This is our 2025 crop of garlic, and it did super good. We planted it in a different spot this year, and it got a lot more sunshine, and I think that helped quite a bit, and we mulched it really heavy. I did a bit of an experiment this year, and I kept just a few scapes on. I know everybody tells you to cut them off to help the bulb grow bigger, but I wanted to see what happens if I leave the scape on. And I will say it makes a little bit of a difference on how big the bulb gets. Let's see here. Here's one with a scape. See, this bulb is not huge. It's not terrible, but it's not huge like compared to this one. This one's way bigger, probably twice the size. But some of the garlics that don't have scapes on them also didn't get huge. So I think it comes down to a matter of genetics and probably keeping the bigger bulbs and planting those. But last year we honestly just kind of planted whatever we had. So we'll keep the smaller stuff, we will eat that, and we will plant the biggest cloves this fall for bigger garlic next year. Another thing that I did was I kept all of my scapes when I cut them off, and I didn't end up using most of them, and I just left them in a bag, and the scapes actually drew water and nutrients out of the big long stem that they had and still produced a really nice set of garlic bulbils, which is basically just little baby garlics. I'm gonna cure those and I'm gonna plant those this fall. And I watched a couple videos and they said that that's probably one of the most surefire ways to really increase your garlic inventory. It does take a couple of years for those bulbils to actually start turning into a large full-size garlic. So you plant them the first year, they turn into small cloves, and you plant those again the next year, and as you plant them, they continue to get bigger and become full size. Depends on the variety, how many years that takes, but at least a couple of years before we get full size garlic. But it's an easy and cheaper way to increase your garlic yield without having to buy the large bulbs. So I'm gonna try it out, might as well, I have them, so we'll see how that goes.